Hi. What I thought I would do is, in this segment, is describe how the Client Advantage program behaves over the year, because it includes a monthly member fee. So you certainly want to look at it for the year to make an informed decision. Let's describe what's going on in this particular diagram. We're looking at 2 years, year one and year two, and you can see the months, and at the top we have two comparisons: status quo, which is what we've been looking at, and the Client Advantage program. It has two components: the visitation expense and the monthly fee, and both of those equal the total cap payment per visit and per month. Over here, we have a running total throughout the year of your total spending. So we just add going down. So under the status quo, each time you come to the office, we add. You come to the office 3 times. Here, it's 9022, added to 9022, then add in 76.79 to get the total cost of 257.13, and we did the same thing for the total cap spending, just adding down along, and we can see what the savings are by taking the difference between status quo and cap to get the cap savings. In year two, it's a little bit different, because in the program, in the first year, the first month is free. But in the second year, obviously, you face a monthly member cost for all 12 months instead of 11. What we have going on here is, in our analysis of the data of the office, we found that on average, the average individual spent $257.13. That is, without the program, obviously, it didn't exist before. And they came to the office 2.85 times. So this is one whole time, a second whole time, and then 85% of that whole to get the total visitation and how much was spent, 257.13. So that's what we have going on here. There is the cap fee, as we said, $7.50 per month. There's also a discounted visitation part. So instead of paying the full $90.22 for cost, this one, that out-of-pocket cost falls within the spending band number one, which is a maximum of a 35% discount. So that's $58.64. So you sum these two to get the total cap spending. Let us do something a little different here and make this third visit a whole visit. But before we do, in year one, you can see there's a slight savings because month one is free of $7.50. And in year two, when month one isn't free, you can see that there is no difference. So, and that is what the program should show, because right now, the way it sits, the program reflects the status quo, because we had to build this representative client that's in the program to really see if we had a program that matched the two conditions that Dr. Woolery required. Let me refresh your memory. She required that whatever we propose should not increase costs to her clients, and it should not put the office at a financial loss position. So if the client within the programs reflected the same behavior as someone who is a status quo, then it should not hurt their position. So the office shouldn't lose and the client should not lose. So at that point, we knew we had something that worked because it's reflecting the current situation. Let's now spruce up the example, and instead of someone doesn't come to the office 2.85 times, they either come 2 times or 3 times. So let's make that a whole and make it 90.22. So a full 3 times. You can see in the first year under the CAP program, the savings is $12.23. And in the second year, we'll also change that to 90.22 to make it whole. Savings of $473 because the first month, again, is not free. But where it's really interesting is you've got to analyze. Assume you have a root canal or some big procedure, and you have a decision to make. Do I take the optimal treatment that Dr. Woolery proposed, or do I lose the tooth, do an extraction, which is cheaper? And that is not that is the second best option. Let's assume the out-of-pocket expense associated with the root canal, call it $200. This is just an example. Then you can see under the status quo, you would pay a total of $380.44 for the year, and $200 for that particular visit. But under the CAP program, 200 would be a 35% discount. Yes, you would pay $130. There's the monthly fee of $7.50 for a total cap payment in that particular amount of $137.50. You can see the savings associated with that at that point. It's $63 saving being a member in the program, and overall for the year you can see what the savings here are. You spend $50.65 less in the CAP program than you would have if you were not in the program. And you can see, suppose this cost was $500. You can see the savings growing because as a member in the program, the discount works. $325 versus $500, you see the annual savings, $155.65. The program works to minimize costs so that Dr. Woolery's clients can choose the optimal treatment for their health and their family's health, and not settle for a second best solution because of cost. Certainly, we couldn't drive this cost to zero. It would put Dr. Woolery out of business. But making room for here in the $500 case, $175 discount is worth it. It really is. And look at the savings for the year. This is truly an innovative program. And think about this. Suppose you had done a cosmetic dentistry procedure where your out-of-pocket portion was, say, $5,000. Then we have to adjust this 80%, of course. You save $1,000 and look at the big savings for the year, $980.65. It opens up the option for you to pursue other alternatives for yourself. Perhaps you want to enhance your smile or fix a smile problem that you've had issues with for some time, for some years. Well, the cost is now being reduced for you through this program. Membership has its privileges. So, we could do some more in year 2 down here, but you can see the point here that the program is designed to save.